Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Thursday, June 6th. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on Master's Hand food pantry renovations, the Cullman County Public Library summer reading program, and an upcoming road closure. All this, plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Link of Cullman County has announced that the Master's Hand Food Pantry will be closed from Tuesday, June 25th to Thursday, July 4th for the first phase of the building renovations. The Community Food Pantry will not be able to distribute food during this time, but several other local free food sources will be available for neighbors in need. United Way of Cullman County has prepared an amazing food pantry schedule for Cullman County that can be used during the food pantry's closure to locate other area food banks and pantries, along with their respective locations and hours. The schedule can be found on the Cullman Tribune's website or the United Way of Cullman County's website or Facebook page. Next up, the main branch of the Cullman County Public Library held a summer reading kickoff event for their summer reading program yesterday, Wednesday, June 5th. The library was packed full of local children and families interested in checking out the library and the awesome prizes they're offering as incentives for the program. Children played games and enjoyed shaved ice at the event, truly making it a sweet start to the summer reading program, which lasts through July. Visit your local library to participate or to learn more about the libraries and their summer reading programs. And lastly, on June 4th, Cullman City Primary School Principal Elizabeth Shaddix gave a wonderful tour of the new facilities to rising kindergartners and new students. The tour, the first of 3 scheduled dates, took students and their families through the building and its areas to familiarize them to the children, hoping to ease anxiety that often surrounds attending a new school. During the tour, Shaddix also shared a few tips to prepare your child for kindergarten. In addition to learning and memorizing lunch numbers, Shaddix mentioned that students typically struggle with opening containers and lunchtime, and that practice with opening cartons, packages, and fruit could potentially help students daily. The next tours will happen on June 27th and July 10th at 4 p.m. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we are going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Let's get this morning's sports recap started with some big sports media news. The AHSAA is pleased to announce that Alabama Public Television and the NFHS Network have agreed to extend the AHSAA TV contract for the Super 7 football championships and state basketball championships through the 2028-29 school year. The 5-year extension means every household in the state will continue to have the ability to tune in to the telecast. APT has been the TV anchor for the past 2 years, and it has been able to make the AHSAA's football and basketball championship games available to every household in Alabama, resulting in the best viewership in AHSAA history. The agreement includes broadcasting live all 7 boys state football finals and both girls flag football tournament finals, set to be played at Birmingham Protective Stadium in December, and all 14 state boys and girls state basketball championship games at the BJCC Legacy Arena. Broadway Productions will also continue to produce the semifinal games at the state basketball championships for the NFHS Network's live streaming platform. The NFHS Network also live streams all 14 regional basketball championship games at all 4 sites. AHSAA Executive Director Alvin Briggs said this new agreement is great news for AHSAA member schools. Moving over to college golf, Auburn men's golf freshman Jackson Cullman added one final award to his resume this season when he was named the winner of this year's Jack Nicklaus Award earlier this week. Cullman is the first player in the history of the sport to sweep the 3 National Player of the Year awards, the Haskins, the Hogan, and the Nicklaus, and win the Phil Mickelson Outstanding Freshman Award in the same season. He is just the 8th player to sweep the 3 National Golfer of the Year awards. As the 2024 Nicklaus winner, Cullman has earned a spot in this week's Memorial Tournament on the PGA Tour at Moormuir Village Golf Club in Ohio. This season, Cullman became the first player in program history to finish the year with a sub-70 average at 69.48. Cullman also smashed the Auburn singles season records for top 10 finishes with 12, rounds below par with 28, and birdies made with 176. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with the news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. On Friday, June 7th, 2024, beginning at 8 a.m., crews will be conducting street boring operations on Graham Street Southwest from Cherokee Avenue Southwest to Main Avenue Southwest. This work will take most of the day to complete. Motorists are asked to avoid the area unless absolutely necessary and to expect delays if they must travel on Graham Street tomorrow. Leanne West, Executive Assistant to Mayor Woody Jacobs, said, "We appreciate your patience as we strive to improve the infrastructure." Cullman Parks and Recreation has announced the dates of the 2024 Oktoberfest and opened the applications for vendors at the event. Submit your application now to be part of Alabama's largest Oktoberfest. Bring your unique offerings and festive spirits to help create an authentic, memorable Oktoberfest experience for all who attend. Applications can be found online at CullmanOktoberfest.com. On Saturday, June 15th, the South Cullman Walmart will host its 4th annual car show from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There will be 6 categories this year, including classic, off-road, motorcycles, vintage and antique, import, and crowd favorite. First, second, and third place trophies will be given to the best in the group. This year, food trucks will be lined up at the store, and the helicopter from Cullman Police Department will be landing in the parking lot for everyone to enjoy. Marshall from Paw Patrol will also be there with the Cullman Fire Department and their trucks. All proceeds of the event will go to Children's Hospital. The Friends of the Public Libraries of Cullman County is a civic group that supports the various libraries around the area. The libraries often rely on the Friends to receive new books, host events, and complete projects. The support they offer through financial donations from fundraising or personal volunteer hours, the Friends are a dedicated champion of the public libraries. Today, June 6th, between the hours of 4 to 6 p.m. at Karma's Coffee House, the Friends are holding an informational meeting, open for anyone who is interested in joining or supporting the organization to ask questions and get to know current members. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I will be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Clayton Aldridge, Services for Clayton Aldridge, age 39 of Eva, will be at noon on Saturday, June 8th at Eva Community Center in Eva, Alabama. Mr. Aldridge passed away on Monday, June 3rd. He was born Monday, September 17, 1984 to Jackie Dahl Aldridge and Bonnie K. Aldridge. Mary Alice Moore. A celebration of life service will be held privately for Mary Alice Moore, age 84. Miss Moore passed away on Tuesday, June 4th at Cullman Regional. She was born February 25, 1940 to Harold Brust and Helen Brust. Betty Sue Fine White. A celebration of life service for Betty Sue Fine White, age 88 of Scottsboro, will be Sunday, June 9th at 3 p.m. with Reverend Kevin Jenkins officiating. Service will be held at East Point CP Church located at 1441 U.S. Highway 278 East, Cullman. Miss White passed away on Monday, March 11th. She was born December 17, 1935 to Arthur Charles Fine and Ethel Claire Fine. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today there will be a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 9 a.m. It will be mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny, with a high near 85. There will be a calm wind becoming west around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, it will be mostly clear with a low around 65 and a calm wind. On Friday, it will be sunny with a high near 82. There will be a calm wind becoming north-northwest around 5 miles per hour in the morning with gusts as high as 15 miles per hour. Friday night, it will be clear with a low around 58 and a northwest wind around 5 miles per hour becoming calm. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Dustin Isom with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful Thursday, Cullman.